A groundbreaking book highlights not only how many Black inventors there are worldwide, but how instrumental their creations were to Western technology. The book is called Black Inventors, Crafting Over 200 Years of Success, and it identifies Black inventors from over 70 countries, dating back as far as 1769. Keith C. Holmes is the man behind this 20-year project, and he's here to talk to us about it. Welcome to Arise America.
Thank you so much.
Well, I want to start off by saying congratulations.
Thank you.
Because what a work this is. The book came out actually a few years ago. But before we talk about some of the examples of Black inventors from around the world, tell me a little bit about this project. First of all, how'd you get interested in it?
Well, you know, in 1988, I attended the International African Arts Festival in Brooklyn. It has a number of vendors and thousands of people attending this event. And I came across a book called Black Inventors of America by Burton Mckinley. I was fascinated by the book. I went home, I talked to my wife, I said, you know, I think I'm going to become a street vendor now. I'm going to go out and sell this book. But I went to my mentor, Dr. Ra-Unefra Ahmed, and he suggested something to me. He said, look, Keith, I think you could write a book about Black inventors. I said, me write a book about Black inventors? I don't see how I can do that. But anyway, a light bulb went off, and I started on a 20-year journey to complete this project.
And because it took 20 years, that tells me that it took a lot of work on your part. How difficult was it to gather the information?
Very difficult. Schomburg Library is one of the places I went to, the Marlin Spingarn Library, the United States Patent Office, which was located between 10th and 11th on 43rd Street years ago. So it was a lot of legwork done before the advent of the internet. And now I can do all of the research right from my home.
And were you surprised by the volume of Black inventors and where they were around the world? Because of course, you know, as little Black kids in America, we learn about Black inventors growing up. But were you surprised by the richness of the information?
I was very surprised. One of the things I did in 1999, I typed in the name Kwame. I got 20 hits on it. I began to realize that I can't just focus on inventors from the United States. I've really got to start reaching out and seeing if there's inventors from Canada, the UK, Africa, of course, Australia, the Caribbean islands, Central and South America. And to date, I've been able to uncover 15,000 inventions, innovations, and patents and trademarks by people of color.
Wow, that is amazing. Let's go through some of the more interesting ones. I don't know which one you want to talk about first. How about Fred Mckinley?
Fred McKinley Jones in 1933 decided to invent a product that we all take for granted. When you look at your ice cream, when you look at your eggs and baking in the morning, your milk, you never think about the refrigerated units that are used to bring these products to our home. But Fred McKinley Jones's invention of the Thermo King, 1930s, early 1940s, revolutionized how we eat our foods, how we receive flowers, how we receive ice cream, and different other products that require some kind of refrigeration.
Yeah, that is amazing. Because it's one of those things, it's just a part of our life. Nobody even thinks about it. It was a Black man that invented that.
And there's only two types of refrigerated units, Carrier and Thermo King. And Thermo King was invented by a Black man by the name of Frederick McKinley Jones.
Amazing, amazing. Another really interesting one that, again, is ubiquitous part of life, and that is what we wear, wool. So, and you have to help me with the last name, David Unaipon. Okay.
He's from Australia, an Aborigine, an activist, historian, deeply rooted in his culture. And one of the things he did in 1909 was made an improvement for sheep shearing device. Now, in Australia, we know there's a lot of sheep shearing going on. And all the wool products that we use here in the United States and around the world require us to wear wool, especially during the cold weather.
That's amazing. And there were many women as well. I want to also talk about, is it Tassima?
It's actually a man, an Ethiopian.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tesseme Shifara,
yes,
who is the inventor of the Bowflex.
Bowflex.
It's a $193 million a year business. 2.5 million Americans have Bowflexes in their house. I know I have one.
Yeah, I got one under the bed. And then, okay, here's the woman, Sandra J. Baylor.
Works with IBM, received 10 patents, and her work was instrumental in the development of a number of different products that IBM has come out with over the years.
Why don't we know more about these people that you found out about?
Well, you got to be very serious about your research. And I'd have to say the father of research of Black inventors was a man by the name of Henry E. Baker from Columbus, Mississippi. He started on a project in the early 1900s where he sent out 2,500 letters to different patent attorneys and lawyers around the country. He got 1,000 letters back indicating that there were black inventors from the Caribbean, Canada, the United States, but he got 1,500 letters back scoffing and laughing at the ideas that black people could invent anything. So his research was instrumental in what I've been doing over the last 20 some odd years.
And that goes right to my next question, and that is when someone comes across your book, thumbs through it, or even reads it cover to cover, other than the information, the facts, what do you want them to take away?
I want them to take away from the idea that we got close to over 100 countries around the world, and each one of these countries have inventors, men and women who are creating things to improve their communities as well as make improvements in the world.
Wow, wow. And my executive producer is saying in my ear, because he wants to put this great picture of the $50 bill from Australia, which has the picture of David Unipon on it. Is that right?
That's correct. As a matter of fact, he's the only man of color on a currency outside of the Caribbean and African countries.
You know what I think is really kind of a sad commentary, not just that the general population probably does not know about many, if any, of these inventors, but even in this country, African American kids. There really is a scarcity of information about the accomplishments of black people.
Well, you know what it has to do with the core curriculum? We have to make sure that books are included in this. And what we've done is made sure this book is available as a paperback as well as ebook edition. And Baker & Taylor is one of the largest distributors of books and libraries, and we're currently a vendor for them.
Well, Keith C. Holmes, congratulations. Thank you so much for wonderful work. We all should have it.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you for watching Arise America. We'll be right back here tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a great evening. I'm Debbie Turner Bell. Bye-bye.